guys, I'm Alex Cheeklake. Welcome to another Pokemon Go video. In today's video, we're going to review everything that you need to know about this weekend's event, the Global Go Wild Area Event. Mighty Pokemon are back, new Pokemon are debuting, and we also have some brand new shinies that you are 100% for sure gonna hunt for. In addition, we also have some context whether you are playing for free or if you bought the ticket to get some more exclusive goodies. This event is gonna be this Saturday, November 15th and Sunday, November 16th, both days from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. local time. And I just want to confirm to all my followers and subscribers, I am gonna be heading to Carson City this Saturday, November 15th, and I will be heading out to Reno on Sunday, November 16th. So if you guys are in those areas, I will see you there. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and check out some more context. I would like to try to hit 3,000 subscribers at some point. And also, if you hit the notification bell, you'll be one of the first trainers to check out my content from the Go Wild Area event from the weekend, so don't miss out. So enough with the chatter, let's talk about the event. Let's first talk about the stars of the show, Impidimp, Morgrem, and Grimmsnarl. These Dark Fairy type Pokemon are debuting globally during this event. If you're lucky, you may get shiny Impidimp from either the wild or in 5km eggs. In addition, Gigantamax Grimmsnarl will be making its 6-star max battle debuts globally. If you haven't received a remote battle from a Gigantamax Grimmsnarl, this will be a great opportunity. It is a Dark Fairy type, so that means it's going to be weak against Steel, Fairy, and Poison type attackers. I would recommend Zamazenta, Zacian, and Metagross. Also on Saturday, November 15th, Shadow Cresselia will be in Shadow 5-star raids. And on Sunday, November 16th, it'll be Shadow Darkrai. If you're lucky, you may get both Shadow Legendary Pokemon. And because this event gives you the chance to forget frustration by using the Charge Attack move, these are two Pokemon that are worth using because Cresselia is great in the Great League, and Shadow Darkrai is a menace as a Shadow Dark type. And during Nagasaki, Japan, the new costume Pokemon Beware with the Wilderness Cape was a mighty Pokemon and a wild spawn. It will unfortunately only be a 3-star raid boss during the event, but you can still do some battles to try to get a shiny. And in addition, if you do any of these Gmax battles or raids, you may get one of them with the special background for the Go Wild Area event for a limited time. There are 2 habitat spawns that are going to be happening hourly. So the first one is going to be the Lurking Dark Hour, and the second one is the Fanciful Fairy Hour. So spawns during the Lurking Dark Hour will include Alolan Meowth, Alolan Grimer, Ghastly, Hoothoot, Murkrow, Sneasel, Houndour, Poochyena, Galarian Zigzagoon, Seedot, Nincada, Cacnea, Kricketot, Stunky, Skorupi, Scraggy, Zorua, Fungus, Dino, Inkay, Phantom, Impidimp, and Dreepy. Which ones should you go after? Alolan Meowth because it is Stardust boosted. Alolan Grimer because its evolution Alolan Muk is great in the Great League. Ghastly so you can get some extra Candy and Candy XL to power up your best Gengar, whether it's for Mega Evolution or Gmax. Sneasel because it's a good Ice-type attacker. Houndour because its evolution Houndoom can Mega Evolve. You also have Galarian Zigzagoon because its evolution Obstagoon is great in the Ultra League, especially with Upstruck. Cacnea and Stunky are arguably 2 Pokemon that are like very hard shinies to find, at least they were for me. Scraggy because its evolution Scrafty can Mega Evolve in the future since its Mega Evolution was recently released for the new Switch game Pokemon Legends ZA. Zorua because it normally comes around during Halloween. So if you have like a really noticeable buddy Pokemon that's not normally a spawn, you can have that as your buddy. Fungus because it's a Stardust boosted Pokemon. Dino because its evolution Hydreigon is one of the best non-Mega, non-Shadow Dark types out there. Inkay because its evolution Malamar can now Mega Evolve because of Pokemon Legends ZA's introduction of Mega Malamar. Impidimp because not only it's a brand new Pokemon, it's also a brand new shiny, and that's gonna be a shiny you're gonna wanna hunt for because when will Impidimp come around after this event? And finally, Dreepy is just generally a rare Pokemon to find, so it's great to try to get some like extra candy and all that. And now the spawns for the Fanciful Fairy Hour, we have Clefairy, Alolan Vulpix, Jigglypuff, Galarian Ponyta, Chansey, Togetic, Meryl, Snubble, Ralts, Skitty, Swablu, Phoebus, Cherubi, Audino, Cottony, Esper, Dedenne, Klefki, Poplio, Cutiefly, Hatenna, Impidimp, and Smoliv. Which ones should you go after? Most of the fairy types are generally just good in the Great League, such as Clefairy into Clefable. In addition, Mega Clefable debuted during Pokemon Legends ZA. So that Mega Evolution might come out in the future. Alolan Volt picks into Alolan Ninetales because that's a really good Ice type attacker, especially with the Fairy typing. We also have Jigglypuff into Wigglytuff, also great in the Great League. We also have Chansey. Chansey can also be beneficial to catch because if you get more candy in Candy XL, you can use that candy to power up your Dynamax Blissey because that's going to be the #1 healer in max battles, and it's also a bulky Pokemon in general. Togetic because Togekiss has some play in the Master League. Marill because Azumarill is good in the Great League. You also have Ralts that has 2 evolutions that both have Mega Evolutions, especially Mega Gardevoir being one of the best Mega Evolution Fairy type attackers. Swablu because it requires 400 candies for the evolution, so if you're low on candy, you can evolve Swablu into Altaria, and then Altaria has a Mega Evolution on top of that. Despite the other criteria of evolving Phoebes, it does require 200 candies, so it wouldn't hurt to get some more candy for the evolution for Milotic. Cherubi's generally a rare shiny. Audino has a really crappy Mega Evolution, but regardless, it is the #1 Stardust boosted Pokemon. Each catch, 2100 Stardust, so drop a star piece when you see one. Esper has 2 genders, and that will be a reason to hunt for a male and female shiny Esper. Also, I've heard rumors that for the next DLC for Legends ZA, there should be a Mega Meowstic, but that's just only a rumor. Klefki, despite the fact that it's not shiny, it is an exclusive spawn in France. Hatenna is a brand new shiny Pokemon. We already talked about Impidimp. Impidimp is gonna be in like both hours, so you're gonna see it 8 hours both days. If you thought those spawns were incredible, you have not heard the list of the mighty Pokemon featured. Just a friendly reminder, mighty Pokemon are more likely to have higher stats. We're talking 13, 13, 13, all the way to Shundo. So like they're gonna like level 35 to 40, which is insane. Level 45 if it's weather boosted. They're most likely to be XL and XXL. So not only they're gonna be mighty, they're gonna be huge. And they're more difficult to capture, which is why we have an exclusive Pokeball, which is the Ghost Safari Ball. We'll talk about how you get those in a second, but that is gonna be a reliable resource when it comes to catching those mighty Pokemon. And obviously, if you're lucky, you may get a shiny mighty. I got a shiny 98 Golem last year, and I want more, and I want better. Now, there's gonna be a different set of mighty Pokemon on different days. So on Saturday, November 15th, you're gonna get Wigglytuff, Galarian Rapidash, Tyranitar, Mawile, Absol, Golurk, Hatterene, Obstagoon, and Meowscarada. And on Sunday the 16th, you're gonna get Alolan Ninetales, Galarian Weezing, Granbull, Houndoom, Gardevoir, Honchkrow, Garchomp, Drapion, and Weavile. Which ones should you go after? Duh, obviously all of them. Overall, there's some Pokemon that can Mega Evolve. Some are shiny for a limited time. They're all really hard to catch. These are Pokemon that are gonna give you higher chances of getting a Hundo or a Shundo. Will they give you the special background for the global event just like with the Nagasaki event? I have no idea, but I would not be surprised. And then we have 5km eggs, and we do need to talk about one specific Pokemon because it surprised everybody last weekend. In 5km eggs, we have Mime Jr., Sandile, Pawniard, Carbink, Impidimp, and Tinkatink. The reason why I said Tinkatink like that is because apparently the shiny was released during Nagasaki, Japan. I don't know if it was like a glitch, but I don't think it was patched at the same time. We don't even know if it was only exclusive for trainers in Nagasaki, Japan, or if they might bring out shiny Tinkatink. We're gonna have to find out during the event. But I would keep an eye on those eggs, and if you get a shiny Tinkatink, let us know. But Mime Jr. is definitely one you want to get because it is exclusive in Europe in eggs, let alone how rare the shiny is. Sandile normally hatches from 12km eggs, so it's gonna be a breeze to hatch 5km eggs featuring Sandile. Impidimp because it's a brand new shiny and a new Pokemon overall. Pawniard, we had our fair share. I expect Pawniard to have a community day in the future. And Carbink, well, it's Carbink. Yay. Now, when you drop an incense to get encounters, it will depend whether you are a free player or a ticketed player. For all trainers, whether you are for free or for ticket, you're going to get some mighty Pokemon from the incense on both days, which will include Alolan Ninetales, Galarian Rapidash, Tyranitar, Mawile, Absol, Garchomp, Drapion, Weavile, Hatterene, and Meowscarada. However, if you are a ticketed holder, you will also get some unknowns that spell the word wild, which are shiny unknown W-I-L-N-D. If you're lucky, you may get a shiny unknown from an incense. We are obviously grinding for Shiny Unknown W, since that's the brand new one and I want it like so bad. Also, W stands for win, so we obviously have to win. Another reason why you should also buy the ticket and drop an incense is because mighty Pokemon are also coming, such as Muxie, Mesprit, and Azelf. You know, just legendaries, just spawning. So, no biggie. From the start of the event, trainers are going to have access to the special research. I should specify it is ticket holders only. You also have a branching path to either choose the dark path or the fairy path for this special research. There's also going to be some field research tasks that are associated with this event. We don't know if it's going to be the same during the Nagasaki Go Out area, but it is going to feature field research. Now, for the bonuses, it depends if you are a player for free or if you are a ticketed player, meaning if you bought the ticket, you're gonna get more. But in general, all trainers will enjoy the following bonuses. There will be no remote raid limit between the weekend of the 15th to the 16th of November. You can use a charge TM to help a shadow Pokemon forget the charge attack frustration. Up to 3 free raid passes per day. Daily max particle collection limit increased to 1,600. And 3 Ghost Snapshot surprise encounters per day, making a total of 6. But if you are a ticket holder for the Go Wild Area event, you get the following bonuses from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., which includes the number 1 bonus, increased chance to encounter shiny Pokemon. That is the main reason you want to buy a ticket, so if you want to get some shinies, definitely buy a ticket right now. Daily max particle collection limit increase to 3,200. Increased max particles from power spots and exploration. 3/4 max particles cost from unlocking and powering up max moves. Up to 6 free raid passes per day by spinning gyms and photo disc at gyms and Pokestops. 2 times candy for catching Pokemon. Increased chance of 5 kilometers being spun from a Pokestop. 1 half hatch distance from eggs incubated. And of course, lure modules activate will last for 2 hours. And instead of 3 snapshots, 6 snapshots per day. Also, ticket holders get exclusive event bonuses between 12 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. on event days, which are up to 6 special trades per day, making a total of 12 for the weekend, and 1 half Stardust cost for trades. If you catch or evolve the following Pokemon, they will learn the following exclusive moves. Learning Rapidash into Wild Charge, Gardevoir into Synchronoise, Absol with Brutal Swing, Garchomp with Earth Power, Beware with the costume with Drain Punch, Obstagoon with Obstruct, and Meowscarada with Frenzy Plants. Now let's talk about Go Safari Balls. How do you get them? Well, first of all, we have this thing called Supply Balloons. If you are a ticket holder for the global event, you will be able to collect some balloons from hourly times and get Go Safari Balls, but I don't really know how much you get. But if you're a ticket holder, that's how you get them. I also assume if you finish like raid battles for like 5-star or 3-star battles, you also get some Safari Balls. I assume they're also going to be in the in-game shop. You get like a certain bundle for a pretty good price, so I think they're worth Pokecoins for sure. And then of course, I think it's from like doing the research. And again, if you buy a ticket, there are better ways to get Go Safari Balls. But in general, every hour, keep an eye on supply balloons, especially if you're a ticket holder, because you get some more Safari Balls. Just a friendly reminder, there is a Go Pass for the Into the Wild event. There is no limit on how many power points you could collect during the weekend, but since we bought it right now, obviously there is a limit per day. But if you complete it, you may get some encounters with some exclusive Pokemon, and you get the reward, which is a silver bottle cap. It is definitely worth paying for the deluxe version. You can also just enjoy the free one if you want. If you don't want to spend anything, it's fine too. In the future, trainers will be able to send Pokemon caught in Go Safari Balls to Pokemon Home. The Go Safari Ball will display differently than it does in Pokemon Go. And of course, if you have Pokemon Home, that's probably something for you guys to note. Now, how does one prepare for a global event such like this? Well, number 1, make sure you charge everything overnight. Your power packs, your phone, your devices, your auto catchers. Make sure everything is 100% before you wake up in the morning and you take off. Number 2, it's November. It's gonna be chilly, so make sure you dress up warmly and accordingly. I would bring an umbrella in case it rains. I would also make sure you bring some hand warmers or some gloves, and also some gloves that you can use to like tap on your phone, because obviously that's going to be important. Bring something to drink, hydrate. Water's going to be very important. Bring some snacks if you need to, and also just plan ahead. You know your area. You might be traveling somewhere. Don't play this event alone. Bring some friends with you, and you'll be able to just have a great time. Also, if you're playing in your local area, make sure you message your friends now, whether you are doing special trades or lucky trades, so that you can plan it out. Because again, you get 6 per day. So plan ahead with your friends, and you'll be able to do those trades and lucky trades and all that stuff. When it comes to the Pokemon storage and when it comes to the item storage, if you go to the in-game shop right now, or if you just open up, you're going to be able to have access to free storage if you check out some limited stuff in the in-game shop that says free. Claim it, because you're gonna need it. I think like trainers that are like level 65 or higher get like 200 more item storage or something like that. I claimed it a long time ago, so I don't remember, but there is something in there for free. I would take advantage of that. Also, they increased the storage for Pokemon storage and item storage, so make sure you do so. Transfer any Pokemon that you don't necessarily need in your storage, so you have some room. I would try to get at least like 3,000-ish Pokemon storage, and then I would just try to get at least 100 of each healing item. Start off with like 100 of each berry, and then I would just get like thousands of Pokeballs and at least 1,000 Ultra Balls. I don't prioritize Great Balls as much, but just remember we are also getting Ghost Safari Balls, so make sure you guys have room for that as well. If you really want to get some Pokemon from 5-kilometer eggs, I would highly recommend incubating those eggs during the start of the event to get the half distance, to get rid of those eggs and then get those 5Ks. So I wouldn't incubate those 10Ks quite yet until the event, because you want to be able to half the amount of distance, right? And that's pretty much it. I would also recommend using some daily adventures like Palkia's Spatial Rend. If you're using the daily incense to get Galarian Birds, use War of Time. I would also recommend probably using like the Kyurems for raids if you want to try to get like those shadow Pokemon, because those shadow legendaries are going to be difficult to catch and they're going to be very aggressive. And ladies and gentlemen, if there's some other tips and advice that would you like to share, make sure you bring them down in the comments below. And we will see you in Carson on Saturday and Reno on Sunday for the Go Wild area event. Last year, I underestimated this event. After seeing how much potential and how the positive this event was, I cannot miss out on this weekend. So I am definitely going to go out and grind for some Pokemon. It's going to be fantastic. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys next time. Peace out.